What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Yes, I gotta say big shout out to everyone for all the support you've been giving me on this channel, all the comments, all the subscribers, all of that good stuff. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. And now we're gonna move on to the main event. Guys, we are gonna be reacting to the car that possibly changed a lot of rules according to what I've read in the description. I don't know much about it. It's a car from 2008 that broke all the rules. So let's go get educated on NASCAR.
In 2007, NASCAR introduced the Car of Tomorrow, a complete redesign of what stock car racing was. Gone were the differences between manufacturers. All cars looked the same. Teams were put in a box. It seemed unlikely that a car could be innovative when the rules were so tight. But then a car at the back of the field figured something out. It was a rare moment when a car is obviously different, completely legal, and immediately banned. This is the story of Sam Hornish's 2008 All-Star Race car.
I'm already excited about this one. The way he just said it, like, they found some loophole and it got instantly banned. How bad was it? What did he do? What did they do to the car?
77 looks like a drifter coming through the throw. That thing is banned fast.
The story of this revolutionary car began over 10 years prior. For decades, teams complained that different manufacturers had advantages based on their body shape. The 1970 Plymouth Superbird, the 1981 Pontiac Le Mans, and the 1985 Ford Thunderbird are perfect examples. All forced NASCAR to write new rules to level the playing field. But one of the biggest outrages came in 1998 when the Ford Taurus was introduced and had a massive advantage. In a video on the Stapleton 42 channel, the story is detailed how Ford's development was so rushed that they were able to trick NASCAR with a fake prototype to their advantage.
Wow,
after just 3 races
crazy.
in 1998, it was widely believed the Taurus was so superior that Ford would dominate the season. At Las Vegas, Ford finished 13 of the top 14 spots, and immediately Chevrolet complained.
13 of 14 spots. What? That is not a fair competition. Wait, actually, how many car makers were involved? Because now that's ridiculous stats right there. You can just see the Chevrolet right here hanging out and everything else is Ford around there.
13 of the top 14 spots, and immediately Chevrolet complained. NASCAR responded by taking a quarter of an inch off the Taurus spoiler to reduce their downforce.
Wow,
What made
no
the
way
Taurus
to do that.
controversy different than others was that it introduced the idea of common templates. That all makes would have a similar car, and all would be equal. It had been decades since stock cars rolled off the showroom floor and onto the track, but at least they resembled their passenger counterparts. By June 1998, the talk of equal cars was on everyone's mind, but what did drivers think of it? Rusty Wallace was vocal, saying, quote, "I don't want to take a bunch of cars out there that aren't really cars and just put a sticker on them that says Ford." Dale Jarrett says, "If they all start to look the same, it's not going to mean as much to the manufacturers to have their vehicles out here. We could lose a lot of support." Darrell Waltrip declared, "They'd have to change the name of the sport because it wouldn't be NASCAR anymore."
Well, it hasn't been NASCAR for a very long time, apparently, since all the cars are all souped up to the max.
By 2000, common templates were a story again, with NASCAR executives dispelling the idea. Cup Series director Gary Nelson said, quote, "The more I think about it, common templates have a few drawbacks to it. I think each car should have its identity. Common templates, I think that's dead. I think brand identity is pretty important in this sport." The idea returned every few years as a scary thought for manufacturers until 2006 when the Car of Tomorrow was unveiled with manufacturer equality as one of the main aspects.
Damn.
All cars would look almost identical.
They all look the same apart from the stickers that's on them, like the sponsors, right? And maybe they make it slightly look like the car that it's supposed to be.
Aside from differences between models, for decades, each team brought a slightly different car to the track. There was room outside where templates checked to shape the body. Teams would send bare chassis to skilled craftsmen like Robert G., who were known for their ability to shape bodies just a little better than others. By the mid-2000s, teams would manipulate the metal in radical ways to generate more downforce or be more aerodynamic, cars affectionately known as twisted systems.
Whoa! What in the hell kind of shape of a car is this? Now, this don't even look like a car right now. What? What is going on here? It's like it's been hit by the Hulk or somebody. It just warped in different areas. Look, what the? Nah, okay. NASCAR, you're doing a lot, bruv.
Pistons. The introduction of the car of tomorrow in 2007, uniform body panels were enforced using a template claw in inspections, which kept a strict eye on body shape.
Wow.
Any tweaks to the body were strictly penalized. In June 2007 at Sonoma, Chad Knaus and Steve Letarte were suspended 6 races and fined $100,000 for altering the right front fenders of cars driven by Jimmy Johnson and Jeff Gordon.
This is interesting to see how they do the measurements to make sure they're still abiding by the laws and the regulation. They just have a mold, like a template, they just whack on top of it to make sure that it fits with all the gaps and things. Obviously, like, it goes all the way around, and I've just seen the one with a front end to show that it actually fits in there. Crazy.
And the reason why we can't work in those areas is that NASCAR has said, look, we wanted to leave it alone. This is not something you can do. You can make it and work inside these other areas, but you're not allowed to do this, guys. And when you do, basically what we're going to do, we're going to make you pay a price.
In 10 years, common templates went from a scary idea to a reality. It looked like creativity was taken away for good. But an unlikely team was the first to strike back. One that was 36th in owner points found a loophole to get around the main point of the car tomorrow. The idea that all cars would go around the track the same way. This car would go around the track sideways. The fact that the rebellious car...
What? Wait, so the car's gonna crab? Is that what they're trying to say? Or is it gonna drift around the track? Either way, I want to know what's going to happen.
Car came from a big organization like Team Penske wasn't a surprise, but the driver behind the wheel was. It wasn't Daytona 500 winner Ryan Newman or former series champion Kurt Busch, but rather rookie Sam Hornish Jr. Hornish's path to NASCAR was different than most. 3 IndyCar championships and a win in the 2006 Indy 500 made Hornish America's top open-wheel driver.
Wait, they drink milk at the podium? What happened to the champagne?
With nothing left to accomplish in IndyCar, Team Penske moved him to NASCAR in 2008.
Oh, there goes the champagne.
A strong run in the Daytona 500 was the only lead lap finish in a difficult season for the 77 team entering the All-Star race.
Wow.
Leading the team was longtime crew chief Chris Carrier. From Henderson Motorsports in the 1980s to Victory Lane with Joe Nemechek in 2001, Carrier was a highly respected racer with a few tricks in mind. Common templates, a NASCAR outsider, and a smart veteran crew chief all combined in May of 2008 to create a car so radical that it threatened to change all race cars from that point forward.
Wow, okay.
If you couldn't change the body, you could change how it went around the track. The rear end housing on Hornish's car was angled and pointed the rear wheels toward the outside wall. This meant the car wouldn't even roll straight, with the rear end sticking out further than the front. Skew, yaw, crab walking, whatever it was called, the effect was that the entire right side was used to hit air, generate side force, and add grip in the turns. That meant the car could be set up loose, and as we know...
Loose is fast and on the edge of out of control.
That is cool. I called it. Well, I didn't call it, but I just sort of got the idea from when they said it was going to be driving sideways. Obviously, it's not going to drift. But crab walk in the car at 200 miles an hour. Yeah, why not?
Sam Hornish Jr., 29.36 on his first lap. That is second fastest by less than 100.
That makes that old lap by Joe Nemechek look pretty good because Sam Hornish was actually one of the faster cars in practice earlier today.
Your car is obviously dog tracking or whatever you want to call it, pretty much down the straightaway. Do you have any sensation of it driving differently down the straight when you're doing it? And where exactly in the corner does that help you?
It's one of those things where it kind of helps all the way around. And if you look at every car out there is dog tracking to a little bit of a degree. We just maybe push the envelope a little bit further than some of the other people have. It's something that we saw other people doing earlier on in the year and decided that we wanted to try it out. And Actually, there's been people running it all year, so it's just it's not really a weird sensation because you're in the in the car and you're kind of looking forward. But about the toughest thing about driving that car the way it is getting it in and out of the garage stall because you only got a concrete box to go into, so wide and back end, you always backing in and out. It's hard.
So everybody else was cheating, but his team took the cheating to another level. That's what they say. Give a man an inch, it will take a mile or wherever it is it's gonna take. It's gonna take something more than an inch. That's what they've done, and so obvious to the point where everybody now is looking like, we can't have that.
May 17th, 2008 was the third day of qualifying for the Indy 500. And for the first time, the former IndyCar champion was 500 miles away in Charlotte, North Carolina, as part of his first season in NASCAR. As he hadn't won a race in 2008, Hornish would have to advance through the preliminary sprint showdown before getting to the All-Star race.
We feel that we've got a pretty good race car. Ran real well in practice yesterday. Didn't qualify quite as well as we thought we were going to, but I think that we've got a really good car here, and hopefully we'll make all the right decisions as far as whether to bid, whether not to bid, all that good stuff, and hopefully we can race our way in.
11 drivers have won their first ever Sprint Cup trophy here on All-Star Night.
Confident.
Sam Hornish, Indy 500 champion, hopes he is going to make it number 12. He's got a good starting
I want to see
position
how
and
much
a
he
fast car.
dominated. Because if he gets banned so good, he must have dominated by quite a bit. Alright, where is he at? I forgot his number already.
Their strategy all over the place there. We had a lot of cars that stayed out, including David Reagan, A.J. Allmendinger, Sam Hornish, and Johnny Sauter. So it's going to be interesting here. They only had 13 laps on their tires, though.
David Reagan, A.J. Allmendinger up front.
Sam Hornish spun the tires in the 77 car. Couldn't get going.
That's what happens sometimes. You stay out right around there on your tires. Can pick up a lot of debris.
I was about to say, I feel like I see him, but he's the only one sideways on that track.
And that's really going to put him back in the field with guys that got new tires now. Sorensen, Kane for fourth place.
Whoa, boy, Kane got way out of shape. That's going to allow Vickers to come alongside of him and make the pass.
Sorensen clears Sauter. Here comes Hornish.
Is it flying past everybody?
Kane clears him.
I still say that 77 car, Larry, had he not spun the tires on that restart, he would have been a guy that they'd have had to work with.
Absolutely no question. He's got a fast race car. He has all weekend long.
But every race fan believes that when there's a full moon on Saturday night, race cars develop a magnetic attraction for one another.
Yeah, the earth starts breathing in and out, and the cars seem to react to it. And I tell you, that 77 checking up. Look out, here he comes.
Look at him on the high side.
Oh, cameraman.
Seeing Reagan drove into three right there and overdrove the corner, got up the hill. I don't know how Sam will be on the bottom. This is going to be real testy right here. His car seems to work good around the top.
That car is all the way
Reagan
sideways.
takes it in right with him, and they almost touch.
Hang on to her, buddy.
David Reagan got away with it. Look at the run. He got off turn 2 in that 6 car this time.
Yeah, Sam had to get out of the gas. I don't think Sam's good on the bottom. It's got to be an outside pass. Well, that 77 is fast. That thing is bad fast.
It's bad fast.
Third place goes home.
Commentator having a great time there.
8 to go this time.
Hornish has a run coming off turn 4. Reagan up to
Dive
block.
to the inside.
Hornish to the bottom.
Boom,
Squeezes
there you
down
go.
there.
I don't like this. I don't like him going in on the bottom unless he can clear him. He's got to clear him to make it.
He is clearing.
He stuck it. He stuck it on the bottom, and he's going to make the pass.
He's got the grip.
Slid up in front of him. He'll get second place away. Remember, this is not for second place. This is for who will race in the All-Star race.
Sam Hornish is so fast on the top. He's got that thing yawed out. I don't know how many what he's got going on there, but it's looking good. It looks like Sam Hornish is marching to the front of this thing.
Carl, he looks like one of those what do you call those cars? The sliders, the gliders, a drifter. That 77 looks like a drifter coming through the
glider, the glider.
Sure, David Ray can tell you all about how it looks right now. I bet he's furious. You know,
well, yeah, he can see the left
I don't think drifting was popular back then.
side number going down the straightaway.
Hornish is is doing an unbelievable job right now, guys.
You know, he is. And Carl, he ran the most laps of anybody in practice. And look at that thing going down the straightaway.
Yeah, and I really like how he's going in on the top. He's killing it down in there, and I can't believe he made it stick on the bottom. That thing looked loose, and he made it happen.
I mean, it
Loose
is,
fast,
you know, we're
they
coming
said.
up on Memorial Day weekend. I think Sam would love to get a little something going in the next week.
Oh, man, he's chasing this guy down.
That was Chris Carrier telling Sam Hornish that he basically beat A.J. Allmendinger that time by almost 0.2 of a second.
That thing accelerates off the corner like it's shot out of a cannon.
Hornish looked loose. Checkers or wreckers, 1 to go.
Checkers or wreckers.
Somebody needs to tell them both, hey, you're in the next race. Take it easy.
Absolutely, absolutely.
At this point, you just want to finish right where you are.
And you know what? The man that would normally be up on the roof telling Sam Hornish that, he's in Indy right now.
Car owner Roger Penske.
Just ride it on out, boys. You're in the next race. Ride it out. Bring them home.
Take what you can.
This is the only race I've seen so far that is only between two people. And the whole crowd, not a crowd, the other cars are nowhere to be found. They are miles behind these two.
Take what you can. All right. Behind him.
Last corner. Hornish high, dips low. Allmendinger covers the bottom and wins the sprint.
Oh, he didn't actually
showdown.
win?
Sam Hornish
But he
is
came
second.
from far away.
Third doesn't matter.
Well, Sam Hornish, this stock car stuff isn't so easy. How big is this for you?
It's real big. You know, all the guys on the Mobile One Dodge did a great job for me. You know, we put together a good car that we think is pretty equal to our Coca-Cola 600 car. So we're real happy that we made it through the showdown. You know, one mistake by myself, which put us back in the pack, and we had to work our way through. So I was just real happy. I knew we had a car that could do it, and we feel like we got a real good car over the long run. So hopefully we'll run well in the All-Star race as well.
Wow.
147,000 spectators packed Charlotte Motor Speedway for one of the biggest crowds in All-Star history.
And here we go. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go All-Star Racing.
Wait, boogity, boogity, boogity. Okay. It's not
Hornish
lights
started
out and away we
23rd.
go.
Within 2 laps, he climbed to 18th. He was trying to pass Juan Pablo Montoya for
Wait, so how is the qualifying so bad if it's got the fastest car?
17th. But the night was almost over before it began.
Car in the wall, turn 1. Denny Hamlin, is it? No, it's Hornish.
It's Sam
Hornish
Hornish in the 77.
No, that's a shame.
He just got it with the right rear. Get it?
Maybe it'll just straighten that car out so it runs straight.
He's got a little to give over there.
Oh, they
After
are
the
making
race,
so
Hornish
much fun of
explained
him.
Montoya had been running the low groove, and in this lap entered turn 1 high. He was faced with either hitting Montoya or running high into the marbles. 7 laps later, Sam had to pit under green to fix damage. He returned to the track 2 laps down. After each of the first 2 stages, Hornish got the free pass and thus got his laps back. After 50 laps, he was back on the lead lap, but running last. In a night where track position was important, Hornish slowly came through the field. A 2-tire pit stop at the end of the 3rd stage set Hornish up for a charge in the final 25-lap run.
I don't believe who else is coming in that lead pack. Remember Sam Hornish was 3 laps down? He's 9th and moving on the outside.
I tell you, and he's had a bad fast car all night long.
He was
He's
way
the
on the
one that's
outside.
closest to the
He's got some
wall.
right rear to give, those
He's
guys.
always so close to the wall.
That thing goes through the corner with it. Look at it hung out going down in there.
Now Sam Hornish in the 77 car, he's gotten by Carl Edwards in the 99. That moves Sam up to the 9th spot.
From 3 laps down to 9th place with only maybe like 20 laps to go.
And Daryl just pointed out, Sam
2 laps
Hornish in
to
the
go.
77. He's going to get him
He
another
just
one.
keeps on trucking.
Hornish has been amazing tonight.
He really has. I'm glad for Sam because he's such a good guy. And so is this cat right here.
And here comes Casey Kane, the fan favorite, wins the Sprint All-Star race. An attaboy to Sam Hornish to come from 3 laps down, get a couple of free passes, and
Crazy.
finish 7th, passing cars right to the end.
Finished 7th place from 3
Hornish
laps
finished the
down.
race in 7th. Afterwards, Sam felt he could have finished in the top 3 if he didn't give everyone else a 50-lap head start. He drove Penske chassis 559 in the All-Star race. The team was preparing chassis 568 for the Coke 600 a week later, a car they thought was even better than the All-Star car. Picture the sight of Sam Hornish, America's top open-wheel driver, just 2 years after winning the Indy 500, now winning one of NASCAR's crown jewel races on the same day as Indy. But their speed was their downfall. Their dodge was so fast, from this point forward, every car would need to be angled if they wanted to win. Faced with the possibility of a full field of crooked cars, NASCAR had to act. Hornish's 77 brought back memories of Jeff Gordon's T-Rex car in the 1997 All-Star race. Completely legal at the time, but the rule book changed quickly.
We built that car by the rules. It's 100% legal by the rule book. And he said, it won't be tomorrow.
In the days following the All-Star race, NASCAR issued a series of rule changes that limited the angle the rear end.
The following day, not even the next week. The next day, do you know, they worked on the rule book overnight. Nobody went to bed. They put everybody up all night looking at different ways to change the rules to make sure they can't drive this car no more. Damn.
Housing could be mounted. And after the Coke 600, a rule clarified how the wheels could be positioned on the rear axles. With their advantage mostly taken away, Hornish finished 13th in the Coke 600, his best finish of 2008. Team Penske's struggles as an organization continued during one of their worst seasons. The All-Star chassis raced 2 more times at Pocono and Atlanta, never finishing better than 24th. Chris Carrier was replaced as crew chief in late August.
Wow.
Proving that his performance in 2008 wasn't entirely a fluke, Hornish returned to the All-Star race in 2009, and this time won the showdown to advance to the main event.
Oh, let's go.
Well, we've called him Sideways Sam, Sudden Sam, and Sam I Am, but right now, call him a winner.
Sideways Sam, crab walking Sam.
Skew returned in a lesser but noticeable way in the years that followed. Cars at Indianapolis had a distinct sideways look. In the summer of 2012, Hendrick Motorsports teams angled their sway bars to turn their cars sideways. Hendrick cars won 5 out of 6 races between May and June before NASCAR wrote a new rule requiring all sway bars to be perpendicular to the ground. Opposite Skew appeared with the next-gen car at the 2022 Daytona 500, not to create side force, but to reduce the air hitting the rear spoiler. NASCAR quickly made a rule banning that. But ARCA doesn't have any rules banning Skew. Teams there push the limit at tracks like Pocono. An entire field of cars following the idea made popular.
Yeah, that is super skewed. All of them are super skewed. Wow. Wow, you learn something new every day. Now that was interesting. I love to see people being innovative and doing crazy things like this, and then the rules coming out later and everybody panicking like, oh my god, we gotta stop this because they're gonna run away and win the whole championship if we didn't do anything. So yeah, no, that was fun. That was fun. I like that. Anyway, thank you for watching this one, guys. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit the like button. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy. Goodbye. Peace.